Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we have started chapter number 7, that is the energy flow in an ecosystem. Okay, so in that we have seen difference between biotic and abiotic thing and how all the living organisms are depend for food on plants. Okay, because plants are the main producers of energy, then that energy transfer from one trophic level to another trophic level. We see all consumers are divided into primary, secondary and apex consumers. Okay, so directly or indirectly all the living organisms are totally depends on plant to get their energy. That thing we have to remember. Now today we have to see food chain and food web. Okay, so we know all living organisms are interrelated or interlinked to get their energy. Okay, so if you see the diagram given in book page number 81. Okay, so there are, we can clearly see that. Okay, sun is there, from that sun. Okay, then what? Grass. Okay, or plant. From that energy of the sun, what this grass or plant, what due to the presence of a sunlight, what happen? Photosynthesis process is takes place in plants and grass. Okay, so simply what? Chlorophyll is present in their cell structure. We know due to the presence of that chloroplast, what happen? This sunlight, in presence of sunlight, this a process of photosynthesis is happen and energy production takes place. Okay, then some small insect like grasshopper, okay, they directly eat this grass or plant. Okay, so they directly get their energy from the plant. Okay, so then this grasshopper, small insects are eat like some living organism like a frog. Okay, like a frog. Okay, so look at, first of all, with the help of sun, grass or plant what produce their energy. Then that grass or plant eat by grasshoppers, so they get energy from this grass or plant. This grasshopper prey for frog. Okay, so frog get energy from such a insects. Okay, now we know frog is a prey for snake. Okay, frog is a prey for snakes. Okay, means now energy from frog get transferred to the snake. Okay, look at now, snakes are eat by wool. Okay, and last, dead body of this wool is what? Decomposed by fungi, by the fungi. Okay, so such way look at what happened. With the help of sun, plant produce their energy, then that plant is a prey for these grasshoppers, grasshopper is a prey for frog, frog is a prey for snakes, snakes is a prey for wool, and last, all the energy of a wool after dead, what? That decomposes by the fungi. Okay, so simply look at, energy transformation takes place from plant to these animals. Okay, so look at, there is a one chain. Okay, on that basis this energy is continuously transferred. Look at, plants to grasshopper, grasshopper to frog, frog to snakes, snakes to wolves, and wolves to fungi. Again, after decomposition, that energy goes in the soil. Again, that energy used by grass and plant. Okay, such a way same process is happen. continuously transformation of energy takes place, okay, from one living organism to the other living organism, okay. So this is a chain of a food, okay, interdependent link of living organism to get their food is simply called food chain. It is simply called food chain, okay. If we observe our surrounding ecosystem, okay, so there are, we see lot of food chains are there, okay. We observe lot of food chains are there. In that 4 or 5 linkages are present, okay. 4 or 5 linkages such a, now here 1 2 3 4 5 6 linkages are there, okay. So these 6 things are interdependent on each other, okay. So such a way many food chains we see in our surrounding environment, okay. There are 4 to 5 such linkages are present, okay. So in food chain one thing only we have to remember, it is as like a chain, okay. We know chain is made by combining part, okay, different parts we are joining to each other, then one chain is made. Same like that in case of getting food, what happen, plants are the main producers of energy that we know, okay. So with the help of the sun, that is the sunlight, photosynthesis process is carried out in the plants, okay. So due to the producers of energy or due to the produced energy, that energy is directly used by grasshoppers, okay. We know they eat the small leaves of the grass or plant, okay. So simply some small insects like grasshoppers are used by frog to get their energy, okay. Then we know frog is a prey for a snake, they get energy from such insects. Then wool, they are get energy from snakes, and after all when the wools are dead, then their body is get decomposes, and all the fungi are get their energy by decomposing the dead body of these wools, okay. So in this food chain topic we have to remember that is interlinkages of living organism to get their energy. That link is simply called, that chain is simply called food chain, okay. The name given it food chain, okay. So it is, I think if we read this word food chain, okay, means it is a chain of a food, okay. Look at it, is a chain of a food, okay. So according to that, each living organism get their energy in this way, okay. So such a way that energy transformation is a takes place from one living organism to the another living organism in such links, okay. So that is simply called food chain, okay. So now next topic we have to see, that is the trophic level, okay. So we know, we see food chain, okay. In the food chain generally what happen, energy transformation is takes place from one living organism to the other living organisms, okay. So if we see from beginning, okay, we know plants are the main producers in the ecosystem, okay. So generally if we draw a one pyramid, okay, we know pyramid is a triangular like a structure, okay. So suppose this is a pyramid, okay. So at the base we put all the producers, okay. On that basis all other living organisms get their energy, okay. So these all are the producers at the bottom, okay. So look at all the producer in ecosystem, that is the plants, okay. So that are present in the bottom. Then we know all the herbivores, means they eat all these plants and get their energy, okay. So such a living organisms are called herbivores, okay. So they are directly get their energy from the plant, that is why we put they on their upper side of a plants, okay. So in the second part of this pyramid we will put all the herbivores, okay, then carnivores, okay. So look at here, carnivores. What carnivores are the such animals, they eat these herbivores, okay, they get their food from these herbivores, okay. So that is why we put they on upper side of these carnivores, and up last at the apex level these are the what omnivores. They get their energy from both from plants as well as from animals, okay. So look at, we draw a one pyramid of all the consumers and producers. Look at here, all the producers in a ecosystem, that is the plants, are known as the producers of energy. These are the main producers of energy. Then herbivores, okay. So now look at okay, plant are producers, they do work to produce their energy. Now look at remaining all except plants, they are all what consumers. They are all what consumers. They get their energy directly or indirectly from plants, okay. So they are directly or indirectly dependent on plants to get their energy, okay. So now look at, after plant, each consumer, okay, we draw in a separate box, okay. Look at, these are directly depend on plant, okay. So they are just above the plants, okay. Then these carnivores depend on herbivores, then they are just above these herbivores, okay. So such a way we draw this pyramid. Look at each level of consumer, okay. Look at, first level of consumer is a herbivores, second level of consumers is a carnivores, and third and apex level is what omnivores. So this each level of a consumer is called trophic level. You have to remember what each level of consumer is called trophic level, okay. So look at, in first trophic level, okay, these are the first consumers of plant, they get energy directly from plant. That is why herbivores are present in first trophic level. Then this carnivores is a depend on herbivores to get their energy, so they are present at above of these herbivores, so they are at second trophic level, okay. Then omnivores, we know omnivores are get energy by both way, from plant as well as animals, okay. So simply they are called omnivores, so they are the apex consumer, okay. So look at, they are at the third trophic level, okay. So here we have to remember meaning of a trophic level. Trophic level is not simply level of a consumer, each level of consumer is simply called trophic level. Herbivores at first trophic level, carnivores at second trophic level, and omnivores at third trophic level. We know energy transformation takes place from bottom to top, okay, because we know all are totally directly or indirectly depend on energy for the plants, okay. They are totally depend on plants. But when this energy transformation takes place from plants to the omnivores, okay, means top to apex bottom to apex consumer, then that energy, we can see that amount decreases, okay. Directly all energy does not pass to the apex level of consumer, okay. Reduction of energy takes place there, okay. How that we will see in next lecture of a aquatic pyramid, okay. So one pyramid we have to see in next lecture. There we have to see how all the energy, how energy of at each trophic level decreases from, we will go bottom to top, okay. That part we will see in tomorrow's lecture. But up to today you have to remember what is the food chain. Food chain is not simply chain of living organism. According to that, they get their energy. Okay, that is the food chain. Then what are the trophic levels? Okay, simply the levels of consumer, according to that they get their energy from producers. That is simply called trophic levels. Okay, so that is all about today. Remaining part we will see in tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.